Hey guys, I'm Seb and I'm really excited to be here today. I know I promised this shortcast in 2 or 3 days, but I couldn't find any game for it. And I finally found that nice games I was looking for. It's between Razor, this American playing this tiny account, against a Vermont player, Akosilles or something. I don't know that player. I heard this was a pretty long game, so I'll directly start with it. I'm at the 5 second mark and we'll unpause in 3, 2, 1, unpause. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm expecting Blitzkrieg from the Wehrmacht player because it was on the first post of the replay. It was like, yeah, can someone give some tips against those stormtroopers? So this gave me, yeah, kind of the idea to shortcast this game. I mean, I would maybe have done it anyway, but it definitely pushed my decision. So I'm waiting to see that. So I hopefully can make some comments on it. So Razor is doing 2 engineer start and rifleman. I guess he wasn't there since the start of this patch and isn't really used to the 4 engineer start, but I think on this map it might really be a good idea to go for the 4 engineers because the map is really big and there's those 2 sides to cap, and yeah, I feel it's nice to have that additional capping power in this map. However, the standard play from with 2 engineers is still obviously possible. It's still possible to win any game with it. But yeah, I don't know, on some maps like this one or Ostersdorf, I like doing the 4 engineers. And yeah, he's going for both sides at the same time, which is good as American obviously. As Wehrmacht you should more like try to hold one side and then just be good with it. The map has been changed with the patch. There's been change on munitions. There was a low munition point. It has been made a high munition point because the map didn't really have enough munitions. So we changed that. What else has been changed? Yeah, I think in the middle we've made two roads there and there to open more the middle of the map because it was really closed with all of this. I mean, those little area to actually flank. There's only that bridge and that road. Wehrmacht is going for the middle with the machine gun. He has the Pioneer in front of the machine gun to give a line of sight, so that machine gun should be in a good position to catch the rifleman. I'm not sure if that retreat was a good idea or not. It was so really close to the kind of edge there. Maybe he could have been hiding behind and just wait the suppression to go over and focus fire on the Pioneer. I think since there's no cover around that area, he might have been able to kill the Pioneer River while being suppressed. These engineers have to retreat against Volks, and that bike forced those riflemen to stop the capping because they were on red cover, so they died quite fastly. So I'm not sure about that retreat. I think I would have at least tried to hide behind that and kill the Pioneers, and then the machine gun would have just been sitting there and the guy wouldn't have been able to cap that point. And in resources, let me have a look. Yeah, the Wehrmacht player has much more munitions at that point in the game, but he has a bit less fuel because American has those 10 fuel points on the minimap, if you can see, and the Wehrmacht has only this one, but the Wehrmacht had all of those munitions, and the American player didn't cap this one, but he's managing to uncap this one instead, so now it should be kind of same amount. Anyway, there's an attempt to flank in the middle, but yeah, this map is so narrowed to in the middle that I'm not sure this flank wasn't really good idea from the American player, unless he has grenades, which he doesn't. If he had grenade, he could have thrown the grenade over that and win that fight, but otherwise he just made himself retreat all of his riflemen once again, without doing actually anything against the Wehrmacht player. I mean, he didn't force a retreat, didn't ever prevent Wehrmacht to cap a point. I feel he's been just losing manpower since the start of this game for not really good reason. I mean, those guys have been down to two men and only to uncap 5 munitions. It's not really worth it. Same for the other guys. I mean, he would have, if he's going for a faster mate, which I believe he will, because he always does it, kind of. If he's doing actually for that, I think he could have just waited on his side of the map, and he would have much more manpower, and he could get the mate faster because of that. I'm afraid he won't have the required manpower to get the mate as soon as he could. I mean, he will probably have more fuel and not manpower. Wehrmacht player has been easily wiring this side of the map, so that's nice. As I said, as Wehrmacht, you can easily lock one side of the map on this one, and then just slowly push for the other side. Those Volks will have to retreat, because even if those riflemen are crossing red cover, there's no way they will enter on 3 squads. I'm not sure if it was really good idea from the American to actually walk over the red cover. You could have just been sitting there, and then the Volks would have had to retreat from all that, as we see. And the American might have been able to finish the squad and not taking as much casualties, and once again forced to retreat. Kind of not good flanking from the American so far in the game. And yeah, the map is kind of always good anyway for kind of both player. It's good for the Wehrmacht because Wehrmacht can just hold inside easily, but it's also good for American because in some ways, I mean, he's been completely failing his flank, and if the map was long or Angeville, making so much failing flanks, it would already be cut off and had absolutely no resources. And on this map, those cutoff points are so far from the other side of the map that even if the American player is playing so, I mean, yeah, badly, I can say it wasn't playing correctly. Ever playing badly, he still has all of his resources and can freely take to that mate as he wanted to do. Wehrmacht players being a bit over aggressive, could have tried to use the flamethrower there, but should have taken the long way. For the Wehrmacht player, didn't pay much attention to him since the start of the game, so he's doing tier 3, which kind of can be expectable since, yeah, he can so easily hold those resources. And as I told, the American lost so much manpower. Instead, Wehrmacht player completely kept all of his manpower. He should retreat that Volks though, not losing the squad. He's not paying attention, bad micro. Yeah, kind of sad. He played so good so far, and now he did that stupid mistake. But even with that mistake, look at his manpower rate. It's so high. Yes, plus 300. Yes, so much floating. So that's not really good because, yeah, you don't want to be floating resources. I think he could have gone for at least maybe, yeah, I was going to say 1 sniper to make even more manpower casualties. But he's going for Blitzkrieg and those stormtroopers, and he nicely held this part of the map. The American could use the M8 or engineer to cut those barbed wires, obviously. Yeah, the Wehrmacht player really played well the manpower war since the start. He didn't lose anything until that Volks, which is bad, but nothing before. American should definitely get Dryer Center. He lost already so much manpower, and all of those squads are so low health. It will bet for itself quite fastly. Yeah, there it is. Nice move by American player. Right on time, I would say, just after the mate. He could have gone it earlier if he went for easy flanking, but he just went for the mate. He shouldn't send the mate alone like that. He might run over mine. There was one there already. You should be sending the M8 with rifleman, maybe minesweepers. That's really not a good M8 play to send it alone like that. And yeah, he's being caught by stormtroopers and the bike nicely blocking. And since he's not moving the M8 at that position, the stormtroopers have a much higher accuracy. That was really bad play. Never send your M8 alone like that. Always support it with rifleman engineers. or whatever else you have at that time in the game, but just don't send it alone. It's kind of sad. And once you've seen the stormtroopers, I think you should have just backed off this way instead of, I don't know what you tried to do near that machine gun. So yeah, kind of you went for fast and right, it completely didn't work, so you wasted all of your advantage. Lots of missions too for the upgrades, so we're back to like 4-5 minutes before in the game and you still have nothing. And plus all of the heavy manpower loss in Rifleman, I would say if the Wehrmacht player is really good, the American player would be in a really bad position at that point because of all of what he lost. But the Wehrmacht, yeah, because maybe he's not that good, and also because of the map, he's not able to actually finish the game. I think if he went for tier 2 and EV grunt spamming instead of tier 3, the game would already be over, I think. Because with sort of those grenadiers, he could have kept the other side of the map progressively. And if he killed the M8 tech and at grenadiers, the American would be really in bad position. He's still now because there's tier 3 units, but he has the motor pool at least. Motor pool isn't really a great counter to tier 2, but it's a much better counter already to tier 3. Yeah, I kind of miss aggression from the Wehrmacht player. I mean, he got his side, he should be good with it. There's nice stormtrooper rush in the base. I'm not sure if he will be able to finish this with the engineers firing. Might be, I think maybe if he was repairing from the start it won't die. I'm not sure, I'm kind of, yeah, nice rushing. It's really surprising, but that's also a really strong point of this map. Don't lose that rifleman, please, just retreat. Oh, that's really sad. Even more loss from the American. That's really not a good play. But yeah, I was going to say that's also a particularity of this map. To be able to easily rush the base of your opponent. If your opponent is heavily going one side of the map, then you can just easily from the other side enter in his base. You can also do this by that edge there. You can use flamethrower to break the fence. And it's not a edge, sorry, the fence. And go inside the base. You can do the same on the other side. You can just burn the fence and go inside the base. It's really happening so often on this map that I often just put mines in this position and this one to prevent that if I feel my opponent is going for the base rush. And we are back yet again from so far behind in the game with just actually as if it was the first M8. The Wehrmacht player I think should be getting stuck at that time, not spamming Pumas because they don't scale that well into the late game. While stuck, then you get stuck veterancy, then you call in a Stu or Tiger, you already have some nice veterancy on it also, so you should definitely be getting, yeah, he's getting veterancy, that's nice because you are slotting resources, it's always nice to get veterancy. But I think you should be getting stuck and just veterancy on the tank and wait for air blitzkrieg units. I mean, with sort of those resources he could have instead gone for a Stu right now because he has the 2 command points. And he could completely destroy the base with the Stu and the stormtroopers. He could be finishing that game so easily and he's not doing it, quite unfortunately for him. Those Puma not really being useful. Yeah, they finished one rifleman squad because American player didn't pay attention. Wehrmacht should be careful there. The mine, that was obvious, should have retreated or at least moved the machine gun, and the stormtrooper should move the stormtrooper much further to not lose the squad to that M8 mine. Yeah, it's not moving, so the machine gun is actually still alive. Stopping that flanking, but it will probably, I don't know. Yeah, no, once again the American player has been losing so much resources on that flanking. Wehrmacht should definitely bring a minesweeper to save that machine gun, not retreating it. I don't understand why the machine gun is still alive and Pioneer died. That was kind of surprising. And yeah, once again the rush. I think if it was to do that he could have just stayed behind the strong wall instead of going for that. Yeah, he has to retreat. So the American player, seeing how the Wehrmacht player is, I mean, is focusing on going for the base, he should put mines. He has the munitions, he should really put mines in every possible entrance of his base to prevent that. It could be, yeah, mate mine can be devastating, but that's less mines. Maybe I would, if he's really expecting the stormtroopers to come from that position, then it's nice to put the mate mine. Otherwise he should put standard mines, because he could put more of them to protect more the base. At some point the American player will have to make a move for that victory point, or this one. And he's getting an AT gun. I'm afraid he already doesn't have enough counters to that machine guns and stormtroopers, but indeed you also need the AT gun to counter the Puma, and now there's the Stu. I'm not sure why the Stu is sitting there. It could really be devastating the base, but now at least there's the AT gun. Yeah, I blame the map for this. The game should be long, should be over a long time ago. The Wehrmacht player should really, with such early game advantage and mid game advantage, should have completely finished the game. American lost manpower in the early game. He lost the full squad, he lost the first teammate badly, he lost the weapon support center. I think, I don't know. And American is going for Airborne. I don't really have any, I mean, it's good or it's bad, it's both at the same time. If the game, as we are seeing it, is kind of going for the long run, maybe I would have gone for Armor Doctrine, just because it's a much better doctrine in the endgame. Definitely not Infantry, because I mean it doesn't need a howitzer to be killed so easily. We see the effect of that mine, but as we see, when a cloaked unit walks near a mine, it's being revealed before the mine is triggered. It's the same for snipers, we could have spotted that mine and gone further. And yeah, that teammate mine wasn't really the best thing. I'm not sure why he's retreating. I mean, he could have easily finished the building, like really easily. And the American player is finally not wasting his manpower. I'm not sure what the Wehrmacht is. I mean, I think it seems like he doesn't really have a plan. He had so much better units, he could have finished the game, and he's now getting, I don't know, I guess a repair bunker, which is nice, but it could be really put such aggression on the American and earlier in the game and correct him down completely. So yeah, the American player seeing ever more of those rushes. He should definitely put mines there, maybe have 2 mines in a row, mine there. Maybe taking to Sherman at some point. Yes, lots of resources, and Sherman is a strong unit, not really countered by Panzerschreck alone. If he's kiting and staying from safe range. That mate shouldn't fight against 2 upgun Pumas, it will die so fast. Yeah, I don't know, he's moving so he's getting less accuracy, but those Airborne, I don't know if they try to flank the MG or if they're actually there to kill the Stu. But that rifleman has been losing once again resources, and once again the American player losing much and Wehrmacht didn't that much. Finally the American player did something nice for the first time in the game at 18 minutes. It's actually kind of, it wasn't really the game I was expecting. Maybe I thought it would be close or something, but it's not that. It's just one player doing mistakes and 10 the other player doing mistakes. So I'm not that excited anymore, but since I decided to cast, I'm just going to do it until the end. Obviously we're still far from the end, and Razor warned me it was a long game. He told me so I have no excuse. Yeah, sitting with the rifleman there is also a nice way to spot the stormtroopers coming. I mean, yeah, it might force the rifleman to retreat, but at least you're sure they're coming. Obviously, since he has Airborne, he could also use recon planes to reveal the cloaked units. but it costs munitions, so if you can avoid that, it's better not do it. He has so much fuel at that point, he should be upgrading supply yard or getting tanks. I think, yeah, at least in anyway should be getting the supply yard one, because he will have the resource drop from Airborne also. So he will have the fuel anyway, so he should be, the mine's coming too late and not at the good position. It should be put more forward position. And I think he might be spotting it, I'm not sure. That mate is just sitting there covering that area, why not, I'm not sure. The American player could play the same game as the Wehrmacht, and he could go for the crushing defense and going for the base rush with dimension charge, the AT guns. I mean, if you bring the airborne squad, the mate, the AT guns, the rifleman and demolition charge, I think he could easily finish the Wehrmacht base, much easier than the Wehrmacht will finish his base, since he lost the Stu. So he's finally making the move for the victory point that was required, and Wehrmacht player finally getting that sniper for manpower casualties. I think it came too late. He should have that sniper since the first minute into the game. The American player would have lost much more manpower, and he will spot the rush from there. That should give him some time to react. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's the thing he was asking. I mean, for about the counter of the stormtroopers, but I don't know, I can't say it's that or that to counter that. I think the mistake was much before that. I mean, you shouldn't be, I cannot give a magic trick to counter the stormtroopers at that point. I can give you, as I did, all of the other points you did bad early game, and those points led to this situation. And I think that's why mainly it's because it's this way, it's because you let him get that situation. Also, you could put some wires, that seems crazy, but if you put wires everywhere, I mean, to prevent the area from the base, the stormtroopers will have to kill the wires with the Panzerschreck to actually go into your base, and that will notice you their presence. So you could just also easily just put 1 or 2 or even 3 wall of wires there and there. I mean, maybe not too much because you also want to move out of your base. But you could definitely put some wires to reduce the area for the stormtroopers. I'm not sure why you're rushing out of red cover around there against MG firing Pumas and other units. I have a little bug there. I'm not sure why this bunker is still showing the arc of fire, but never mind. So yeah, I'm not sure. I think with Airborne in such situation, you should get the resource drop instead of that plane, reconnaissance plane, and get a mortar. Then you could use mortar smoke to cross the river without taking too much damage. You could also use the mortar smoke to easily capture the center victory point. I mean, if there's smoke around there, the machine gun won't do anything. You can cap the point, you can even go behind the machine gun quite easily. So I think you should be getting the mortars. Also, with all of those fuel, you could get the supply R2 upgrade. I think the supply yard might die at some time. I'm surprised the stormtroopers didn't manage to finish it already. You could also still get for Sherman. I mean, those upgun Puma won't be an appropriate counter to Sherman. The Shreks might kill Sherman, but not if Sherman is staying from safe range and covered by Rifleman. For the Wehrmacht, I really don't like his plays being so campy. He has such an advantage since the start. Game could be over already. I mean, at this end, those Puma fighting that he made, he could have capped the whole side of the map. And while the American was, I mean, busy fighting for that side of the map, he could send the stormtroopers in the base and just finish it. He could enable the base and easily kill the buildings. Could have best rushed with those two, which he didn't for some reason. Wehrmacht is going for that. I'm not sure, or we spotted the M8 with the storm. Since I don't have the focus and fog of war on the Wehrmacht, I don't know, maybe just heal the M8 in the fog of war. It's a possibility. I don't know if he has grenades. Grenades will do him really good since the start of the game. Nice, as we've seen, sniper. We saw the sniper. Those Airborne wouldn't have been to retreat. You should be careful. I mean, yeah, to Nebels. They're deadly against infantry. I was going to say should be actually I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say should be careful to the bridge because Nebel killed bridge so fast, but it's actually has been changed with the last patch. So never mind. And once again, made for nothing. I think I've seen 3 or 4 mates, and all of them have been completely useless and badly used. Yeah, clearly that. So. Razor, if you listen to me, just either get back your M8 Mir micro as it was before, just stop doing that and go for Review Rifleman or something else instead, because the M8 isn't doing you any good in this game. And also in the game you played against me and never against Devam, the M8 really didn't do anything good. So I don't know. If you're not I don't know, drop the ID or something. Maybe try something else. Yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, Stormtroopers once again going for the base, more or less trying a different approach, since this one didn't work well. This one later. American once again blindly losing manpower. That's finally why the sniper are important. It's dropping manpower so easily. We saw the counter snipe. The sniper will do so much damage. It's a bit boring. I'm considering fast forwarding for a bit because I already talk a lot. I'm not sure if I have much to add. I think I was already talking about lots of points. I'm not sure why it's not going in. I don't understand this. I don't know. It's taking so much time with them. It could be finishing that MG nest from front with 4 Panzerschreck. I think he could 4, right, what the fuck, I'm talking French. With 4 Panzerschreck he could finish the MG nest ever from frontal. Even if, I mean, yeah, just fire out it, you will kill it, then do the same as the other, retreat, come back, you don't ever have to cloak. Just kill it, and then kill the base. I mean, what the fuck are you doing? It's completely useless. Could be killing it directly. Really, Vermark is too passive. It's boring. It's really boring. And the Americans feel a bit like hopeless. Why would they bring the AT gun when there's 2 snipers? I don't understand that. Why all of this? Why Vermark is not using Storm? Yeah, I know why. He's waiting the American to exit the base. That's nice, because then you won't have any unit to counter Stormtroopers, so that's something you want to do if you're in the base. Wait for the rifleman or any other unit to be out of the base for firing, and now you should be focusing, I guess, on the tank depot, since it's the stronger building. But here I really this game is not making any sense. Why it's not? I guess he wanted to throw grenades, but he came too late. He just wasted resources. I guess he should have lots of resources at this point. Yeah, he does. So it's not really waste of resources. But instead of doing that, he could have used maybe the Blitz grenades, which would have been much more effective. And you see, even not trying, he killed that MG. So he could technically have killed ever from the front. I think he should be getting a mortar smoke and drop that ID there. I mean, it's not use the sniper, the other needs, it's not going to kill that area without smoke. You need the smoke to just grab the victory point. And in direct fire you need to kill this. I think Airborne was the mistake also. Yeah, I think if he had Calliope and maybe a late Pershing, could be better than that. And don't lose the Sherman there, I don't understand. And yeah, it's kind of painful, the same thing over and over. I think that next time Razor's warning me about a long game. And yeah, I will Yeah, I will pay more attention to that warning, but I would have guessed it anyway. I don't know if I should wait. Yeah, I should definitely wait later in the game for you guys, because I'm sure you want to see how it will go. But I don't really think I can bring much more to this cast. The shaman will die to the upgun Puma if he doesn't move away. I mean, he might stay alive, but it's a risk. You should be being careful. Nice satchel charge, Vermeer player being like, I don't know, he was in the bunker and then he's like, at this point he's just losing everything. It's getting kind of exciting, but I don't like that kind of excitement, because it's not exciting because both players are being good, it's excitement because they're both doing so much mistakes. Used strafe on something, but I didn't see what. On the stormtroopers in the base to save those riflemen. So I guess even though it didn't kill the squad, it was nice strafe. Those stormtroopers will not be able to do anything against rifleman fire if they are pinned. Should be retreating. What that guy is doing, that's stupid. He just lost the squad because probably he was microing there, I don't know. He lost so much stuff, but he still has so much. I guess he still has resources also. Not that much. Lots of fuel though. Does he have at least veteran C3? No, not even. He has so much fuel and he doesn't have veteran C3 for his units, I don't know why. Yeah. I don't know at this point. Yeah, I'll go a bit faster. I'm not really excited to wait. Still, at the same time, I really waited. Strafe once again, it's not, I don't know, he was covering the victory point, I guess that's why, but otherwise I will not use the strafe if there isn't unit nearby to take advantage of it. I mean, that mostly suppress, and if you have no unit nearby, the suppression is completely useless. I'm not sure why he's using the sniper alone. It's kind of careless, badly play. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand this. The Vermeer player, yeah, it seems like he has completely no plan. Now he's tier 4, but it's completely useless. I mean, why going tier 4? He could have been just spamming Stug and countering Stug and veterancy and countering any unit American has. I mean, there's nothing in the tier 4 that would do him well at that point in the game. That other thing couldn't have done much earlier in the game. Like Russell won't really do anything good against Strafe, Rifleman and Sherman, though the Sherman is down and there's no tank depot, so yeah, maybe he can like Russell do good, actually. Because the American doesn't have the tank depot anymore, so Nike Ross could make some damage. The Panzer IV wouldn't do much better than the Stug, and it costs more. It doesn't need Panther since there's absolutely no tank. I don't know for the Ostwind. Maybe he's going for the Ostwind, but then I don't know. Yes, already Puma, Tiger. I think he could just ever just spam snipers and it will do much better than Ostwind. I don't know. Nice strafe, finishing FMG. I'm kind of surprised in machine gun was in cover. That's actually finished. But yeah, since it worked, nice move. So what is he doing? He's getting nothing so far. Tank veterancy and Ostwind, yeah. Why not, but don't know. So we have the Vermeer arresting the left part of the map, the victory point. Once again a strafe, it's not killing, but this time there's riflemen around, so the suppression of the pin is actually useful. He could be capping that point now that he made those units to retreat. I mean, with the AT gun, he can easily prevent the keep the Puma away, the Tiger away, and just cap that point. Yes, I don't know. Still has no level 2 on the supply art. That's really bad when you're airborne, you have research door up so much fuel. You definitely want to upgrade the supply art level 2 as soon as possible. Because it's reduce your upkeep, you have much more manpower per minute. It gives much more veterancy to riflemen. So really, you really need that when you have the fuel for it. Yeah, he's getting it now. It's a bit late, but it's nice. He's getting it anyway. And the sniper will do damage to those infantry quite easily. I think he should have gone for the one support center. I mean, even after it was killed, he could have gone for... I mean, not one sniper. One sniper isn't enough to counter all of the stormtroopers and other stuff. But if you have at least 2 or even 3 snipers, it's really good against, I mean, campy situation with both static units like that. So the sniper will be good against that. And also, if you have 2 snipers, the first shot you reduce the stormtrooper squad to 2 units, and then it's forced to retreat. So yeah, that's also nice. I think he will finally kill the supply yard. The sniper is doing lots of damage. He should be reacting. I mean, if he's not reacting, the sniper will do too much damage. And yeah, finally, easily killing that. But nice strafe. The stormtroopers were in the blob, so it did much more damage. That was a nice strafe. Supply yard still killed. He should be directly and nicely putting it in safe position. You could still have the warrior ID, could put wives, all of that part, and just do that. He should be getting a mortar from all of those drops with the rifleman. You could put one mortar behind the little trees, forest, I don't know, and just kill the bunker easily, or use the smoke to capture the victory point. Yeah, definitely. So what else is happening? Not much. I mean, yeah, Romark player's been doing just the same thing. It just went through the base with those. Etigan alone, I don't like seeing that, but there's mines, so maybe it's not completely alone, I don't know. But yeah, you don't want your Etigan to not be covered by any unit. Did he use a satchel charge? I didn't see it. I guess not. Yeah, since he got a Panzerschreck as the true recordless rifle, he didn't really need the satchel charge, just the 2 AT guns. And the sniper doing so much damage. Look at this, that kill counter. I think it's 31 now. It's really a lot. If the American players only infantry like that, I don't know. Yeah, I could maybe just win, just spamming it. Nice minesweeper to go into that area. Nice blitz nades on that huge blob. I'm not sure why the AT guns are not firing at the Tiger, or why it's not using sticky bombs. I don't know if he actually got sticky bombs and grenades since the start. He should definitely have gone for them at some point. Now it might be too late, obviously, but I think he could definitely have gone for them at some point. He might still finish the Tiger, because those are already veterancy 2, so they're kind of awesome. They will get veterancy 3 by killing the Tiger, they will be even more awesome. He could also get maybe machine guns. I mean, from all of those resource drop, he has so much machine guns. He could put not one because one can be flanked easily. Don't lose that Airborne, that's really sad. Lost the veterancy to Airborne, the 2 Panzer, dropped the 2 recordless rifles. It's really painful. I don't know why I didn't use the AT gun at the same time, it's really sad. But also, yeah, I was talking about the machine guns. I mean, you could maybe not just one, but if you put 2 of them in a row, or maybe even 3 of them, or as much of them as you need, you could force those stormtroopers to be suppressed and retreat at the time. I'm not sure about the supply drop. If you don't use the machine gun and the mortar, and if you already have enough fuel, and if you don't use the munitions to do much more manpower loss than you actually do with the strafe, yeah, nice flanking sniper. But yeah, I mean, if you're just killing a bit of manpower with the strafe, less than what you pay, which is 100 for the supply drop. So like if you kill only 2 stormtrooper guys per strafe. I'm not sure if it's really worth it doing it. I mean, maybe upgrading that high munition points that cost only 200 compared to the 100, and it gives a much more higher munition count for the whole game, and not just 2 times. So maybe, maybe put an upgrade on the stuff. He finally got mortars. That's nice. And yeah, I think at this point he's just trying to win by victory points. Nice. I think it was bombing run. Finished the S-twin and a squad. Nice bombing run. I think he's really good at bombing run, as I've seen also in other replay results, really using the bombing run quite well compared to what people would expect. This one, the machine gun is alone, so it probably won't do anything against stormtroopers. You will need at least two of them. In such case, there's more sniper. There's a Stu. I'm not sure why there's a Stu against AT gun. I don't know. That's really sad for those Airborne squad. He should get the recoilless rifle. I will slow the speed since some stuff are happening. I'm not sure if he saw it, but otherwise he could go with the rifleman to get the recoilless rifle, and he should have sticky bombs. I mean, why not? I mean, it's really a weak American play to not use sticky bombs and grenades. I don't understand why he didn't get them. I really don't. Those barrel-word riflemen might finish the Puma with the small arm fire, but since there's Pioneers and Tiger helping, I'm not sure if you will have actually time to finish the Puma. I guess not. And the Wehrmachtler still has no veterancy tree for the Tiger. Look at those resources he has, those fuel he has. Should be getting the... I'm not sure that bombing run... it was a strafe. Okay then. Nice strafe to finish the Puma. And did he got? No, he didn't get them yet. Don't cap when you're under that kind of fire. I mean, with an unlucky shot, those guys clump together, you might lose the full squad. So you definitely want to be moving against us too. Yeah, I don't know. Wehrmacht players being pretty poor. It's not good. He managed a good early game because of the map and because the American player did a very bad early game. But otherwise, he really has no good plan, no strong plan to actually win the game. It's like he just want to do some skirmishes around the map and just having fun of that and not trying to win. That's really the feeling I have. And the American player, I don't know. I don't have the feeling he's not trying to win, but I have the feeling he has absolutely no idea how to actually win it. Obviously, yeah, it's only victory points, he cannot win that game. And the other end is maybe making a really big and lucky push. That's really being bad for him to not have grenades and sticky bombs. That's really bad. And there is an AT gun, nice airdropped AT gun. Should be able to finish that tank from frontal armor, from rear armor, since the tank will have... I mean, it's ever covering the retreat pass of the tank. Maybe if the tank went forward instead, he could be saving it. But yeah, I don't know. It's... yeah, he will probably use the AT gun to the storm, but since he killed those two, it's worth it. And Wehrmacht player still not veterancy 3 and just spamming units. Yeah, I don't know, I will go forward once again because it's too long. Might lose the squad there if he's not retreating. I'm not sure why the riflemen are not focus firing on that squad. Yeah, finally down. That's two, I don't know what he's trying. Our rifleman should still move back to not die. And yeah, it's going on crazy victory point mode. Never losing the rifleman, veteran C1 to try to cap the victory point, kind of sad actually. Did he finally get? No, there's still the recoilless rifles. He could be easily killing those tanks if he got one of them on that rifleman squad, and this one for example, I don't know. There's already one with the Panzer Shrek too, so could be doing much damage. Yeah, that's going crazy. Victory point ending. I really hope it doesn't suicide all of his squads. Don't use strafe against sniper because it does nothing. Since the patch, one sniper is not killed by one strafe, and one other rifleman lost. That's really sad. I mean, why losing that squad? It was veteran C2. Seriously, I don't understand. There is absolutely no good reason to lose it. You're not going to lose by victory point. You have so much of them still, 155, and against only 12. So you did not need to suicide that rifleman. You could have capped the victory point at any point later and just drop the Wehrmacht to 0. You didn't lose to lose that squad, and that did this one because you were not going to lose the game. You just tried to win the game, but you would have won the game if you made it longer instead of losing those squads. So I really don't like what I just saw. It's really bad. And yeah, when you're so few victory points, it's absolutely easy to finish the victory point, get a mortar, smoke the victory point, cap the victory point, and it's GG. It's as simple as that. Unless there's flamethrowers, which is the case. No, so forget what I said. But in any other situation, just drop smoke and you can really easily win a victory point war. It works also as Wehrmacht, obviously. If you are T2 and have a mortar, you can just use mortar smoke, cap the victory point under the smoke cover, and it's GG. I don't understand why he's capping with the veteran C2 squad and fighting with the veteran C1. It makes no sense. As finally sticky bombs. I guess he had them then, since there's no barracks to produce it. So he had them since so long. I don't know why he did not use them. It's really stupid. Anyway, yeah, I was telling you should be fighting with the highest veteran C squad and capping with the lowest veteran C squad. And one other rifleman lost. This one was the Panzer Shrek. What the fuck. Yeah, but it's deserved. You had that rifleman. It was come together into cover against flamethrowers, so obviously would lose it. Also there was a Stu firing at it, so yeah, it's really obvious. There's nothing unlucky or whatever, it's just, yeah, obviously same. I mean, those Airbornes fighting from the Stu. I mean, I don't know, I don't understand. Throwing those units away, you had so much victory points still if you kept all of those units away alive and just make the final push at some point. It will be GG already. Do a bit faster because nothing will happen for some times since there's almost no unit left on the field. Yeah, from my player, much too passive. Could have finished the game so early. He has absolutely no winning plan. He could have completely destroyed the base like almost any time in the game. If he went with all of those two and the Tiger in the base, the game would be over like so easily. Same with Stormtroopers, same with anything. He could have completely forgot the victory point at some point, completely finished the base easily. I mean, what is this? I guess both, I don't know, both players are not used to the map, or I don't know. Yeah. Wehrmacht cutting off progressively the American. This might be bad for the American. I mean, yeah, he has resources. It's more about victory point now, but I don't know. But yeah, keep my point. He could easily use smoke on the victory point and cap it with rifleman. And I mean, if he does it with two mortar and two riflemen at the same time, since he has Airborne, there's so much mortar to cap. He could completely easily cap the two victory points at the same time and win the game. Just as simple as that. Don't understand that retreat. Guess he wants to repair the HQ before losing it, I don't know. Oh, he's going for the victory point. He might actually be able, with 2 squads against only 1-2, he might be able to cap that victory point. The Vermark player is spreading his units too much for absolutely no good reason, and that might be the end for him. Nice bombing run. Really nice bombing run once again. It kind of failed for some reason. I don't understand. But yeah, Vermark player has been spreading when he just had to cover the victory point. This was the only time in the game where he did not have to go for the base but cover the victory point, and you will just lose because of that. That's really, I mean, that's, I don't get it. That was my, I'm not sure, might be able still to encap on time, I'm not sure about it. We'll just see. It will be close. Yeah, I think he will uncap, but those riflemen will manage to cap it afterwards. I don't know. Or the American player might also lose the game if he's losing that strong position. I was expecting their Airborne to easily cover that victory point with the machine gun and all that stuff. But I'm afraid no, I see no way the American player can come back. He will lose the last victory point, he lost so much units, he lost the whole map. I think he cannot come back from this anymore, sadly for him. Yeah. That game must have been frustrating, that's completely sure. I think it's because of the map. I tend to find games on this map much more frustrating than there are on any other map. And it's also not really the opponent, it's also because of your own mistakes. So yeah, I think I've covered every possible point in that game. I didn't focus too much on the Vermark player, but I think I got the main idea. I think I told pretty much everything the American player could have done better. So guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching this cast. I hope it wasn't too long for you, because it was a bit too long for me, because the game went long because of the mistakes and not because of nice play. But it was still enjoyable. I was able to give lots of tips, so that's definitely not worthless. I really hope you enjoyed. Give me feedback. I think I will make some more the shortcast today. I made that topic on game replays, general discussion, asking for you guys. Thanks you for subscribing. I got lots of new followers on YouTube thanks to that topic. And also I finally got nice replays, because I kind of was lagging replays I would like to cast. And finally I got some requests, so I will definitely cast those requests. I have two or three of them already. If there's much more I won't be able to handle it, but yeah, I think I can handle 2 or 3 casts today easily. Maybe some other days too. I think I've watched 2 casts per day since I started, so definitely I can do that. I mean, I will just watch the replays anyway, so yeah, there's nothing to lose to just actually cast at the same time, so I would actually be watching, so definitely I can afford that. So guys, thanks for watching. Leave feedback, subscribe to the channel if you like, for supporting. Send me replays if you want. Shortcast for your games, review of your games, and see you the next time. Have a good afternoon, at least it's afternoon here for me, and yeah, goodbye.